knockout. If you want to see more, make sure you hit subscribe, hit the bell, hit all so you don't miss future stuff. Check out that shopping bag. Hope to add some more carvings to that real soon. And yeah, enjoy. What's going on? What's going on? Northern Minnesota, what is up? Been a while since I've been on here too, Rick. What's happening, Sue? You guys are here hanging out. Tap that screen, send some love. Make sure you hit subscribe as well. Little event this weekend, upstate New York, a little town called Speculator. I'll be there with pumpkins and some other little things. Hopefully, get some bears done for that here soon. That's what we're working on. Got to get a few bears, some moose done. It's the Bear and Wine Festival in Speculator, New York. Just a very small thing, but I try to go and do it, show up. Sell a handful of pieces to people that tend to have a little too much wine, you know. So those are your best customers. Every piece is amazing. Especially after they had a few glasses of wine, a little bit of whiskey, and they are feeling money frisky. You know what I mean? I like it. What's that? Well, I don't like that. That didn't work out. Let's see. Maybe that's. I've been to Gatlinburg. What's going on, guys? What's up, Rick? Russell? But yeah, man, I haven't been live a lot lately. I did yesterday a little bit, making pumpkins, and figured I'd go today for a few. Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Been to Pigeon Forge too. I mean, you kind of got to go through Pigeon Forge, though, I believe, to get to Gatlinburg. How y'all doing? Tap that screen, guys. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll be adding some new pieces to the store here, possibly. We'll see how this event goes. I got a couple shops asking for more work, so we'll have to see what's left over to add to the store here. Set this one out in the sun. It'll have to dry. We'll sand off the overspray and we'll get the pads on the feet sanded down as well. That'll bring it to life a little bit more. But we got more to do, so. Gotta get up under here a little bit better. Set this guy out of the way and knock out another one. Be a welcome bear. Welcome, go away bear. Yesterday's live, we were working on pumpkins. These were those little pumpkins all painted up. We got white and orange. These are the ones I may add to the Shopify store if we don't sell out. And then we also, I didn't do these live, but made some little candy corns. If I have time, I'm actually gonna make wire arms for them, but we'll see. We'll see what time looks like, you know? Figured I'd show you guys, I did one with little wire arms. I don't know if I wanna do the arms or without the arms. I'm not sure yet. Jake? No, I'm Kyle. Are you talking about Jake from State Farm? No, I'm just kidding. So, thanks, Sue. Thanks, Mike. What's up? Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make them all like that. This is a little time consuming, you know? Little arms. We'll see, we'll see. Smash that subscribe button, guys, if you need. Haven't added to it in a while, but we have beginner tutorial playlists right here on YouTube. Some of this wood is super duperty dry, like extremely dry. And this, I hate it. It carves awful when it's really, really dry. Like already dried out through and through, split, crack, good stuff, you know? It's kind of a bummer when it's already dry like that, though. It's a little bit tougher to carve. However, we got this and two over there. I need to make some bears for this weekend show. And then we got 1, 2, 3 pieces that are a little bit bigger. Need some bears. Yeah, I was thinking about that. The problem with sticks, hear me out. I've done sticks for arms and stuff in the past, and you know what happens? An event ends, or on the way to the event, things get chucked in the tote and all the arms get broken. And then all these sticks I just chuck and I just gotta go find more. And however, if I make little wired arms with fingers, instead of it being, you know, a $15 piece, it'll be a $20. This piece is so dried out and cracked. That is the bummer. If you let it dry too long, it makes it rather difficult to figure out what you want to do, because all the cracks are in there already. People would think it makes it easier, but it does not. It makes it more difficult. And this is see, there's going to be, this might be hemlock. It's not just white pine, I don't think. We're going to see. This piece and the other one over there may get trashed. Because it's so dry, it might just fall apart on us. Let's see what happens. What's going on? You guys are here hanging out. Tap that screen. Send some likes. Hit subscribe. Ugh. Warming up. Haven't carved a bear in like a month. For real. Like a month. It's been a minute. Got some overcuts. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Somebody will love it. Spent my time working on furniture for the big furniture fair. 64 watching with 9 thumbs up. All you gotta do is tap that screen for me, guys. Come on. There you go. Hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all. Might be adding some pumpkins to the Shopify store, which is linked to this account. What's up, baby kisses? Hope you're all having a good day. Oh, ra-ta-ta-ta-da-da-da. So the bummer is, we had some kickback. Right up the snout right there. Jacked them all up. So now I gotta think about if there's anything I can do. I just say the heck with it. Neat. That snout is jacked. going on? 42 watching, 14 thumbs up. Got some slackers out there. Quick welcome sign bears. What is up, Michael? Glad you're doing good, man. Has been a minute. I ain't been on here a lot. It's awesome, Gary. I'm glad I could help you out. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, we had a show a couple weeks ago, Blue Mountain Lake, big furniture, rustic furniture fair. And so I've spent 6 weeks hammering on that stuff more than carving. So I haven't really been doing hardly anything on here. And now I got a little fair, little event Saturday. So I got to get some stuff done. Been slacking. Got to get my pumpkins done though and all that. One of the store, I got 2 stores asking for more pumpkins. Another store needs Bill's Mafia and Buffalo Bill's sign. They tend to sell them with bears, with welcome bears like this guy that I'm knocking out right here. My Amish buddy forgot to do my order because they built a new barn, and so usually I get 6x6s from the Amish, and he didn't have my order done. It's been like 2-3 months, and I finally got up there and said, hey, where's my sticks? Oh, sorry, man, I forgot. Come back next week. I said, okie dokie. A little overcut under the chin there. We'll clean that up, though. The ones behind the paws, not worried. The sign will cover all that. Quick little fella. We ain't even going to burn it. It's so dry. Ain't even going to hit it with a burn. The flap sander. We'll add our details with the die grinders. We'll flap sand it, and then it'll be ready for some paint. You ready for paint? For paint. What time we got? 4 o'clock. All right. Usually a good idea to test fit before you get into detail work, but I got a pretty good estimate usually. Cross cutter burr from Saburrtooth. That's cool, Scott. 15 thumbs up, 37 watching. We're fading. It's because it's the algorithm stuff. I haven't been pumping out a ton of content, and so YouTube works a lot like TikTok. You don't pump out a ton of content, they don't give you a ton of viewers. It's just what they do. Or people that do stop by have to hit subscribe, come back to the live, they gotta like it, they gotta drop a comment, you know what I mean? That's why I forgot, but I used to always say, where are you from and what's the temperature? Because those comments are what drive the views. You see, we went to 16 thumbs up, we're already down to only 20 viewers. So YouTube takes all my viewers away, right? People are leaving, people that they know aren't gonna stick around, they suggest the video to them to see if they're gonna stay or not. That's the way the whole thing tends to work. TikTok does the same darn thing too. 85. Ugh. I don't even know what it is here today. I'm in upstate New York, guys. No, not New York City. Upstate. Yeah, about 70. About 70 on there. 21 watching. Where are you from? What's the temperature, guys? Easy comment. Helps grow the live. Appreciate you. You start doing this stuff, you start doing YouTube, right? Like you want to have fun with it, and then you want to make money with it, right? You start making a little bit. You end up becoming an employee of YouTube for pennies, really. That's what ends up happening, you know? Like, if you start looking at it and paying your bills with it, you become an employee of YouTube, in a sense. And your income hinges on how much you put out, right? Content-wise. Shorts make very, very little money. Pennies, fractions of a penny on views. Even if you get millions of views on a short, you get hardly any pay out of it. Just about nothing. Long-form videos do better, but the problem with long-form is they barely give you any views. Like that dragon I did a little while back, that red dragon I carved up. I don't even think that video got 300 views on it. I thought it was pretty cool. Thought it was a good video, good carve. That's the way YouTube works, though. It's tough. It is tough. And then this thing called TikTok comes along. You can make more money doing smaller, shorter, faster videos. Whew, that's stinky. 70 in southern Maine, that's where I'm at, man. 70. 81 where Michael's at. Leaves are starting to change here too in upstate New York. That black paint's choking me out. Don't give me the hiccups. Let's see here. Alright, he's good to go. Black paint's got to dry before we do the eyes. Oh yeah, 414. I'll try to do a follow-up short though, so you guys can see it when he's done. We'll be right back. Going after 4 here. Thanks, Scott. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. I got an idea. I gotta see how long it's gonna take though to see if these are something I want to do. But I'm thinking about doing pumpkin men out of these 4x4s, about 10 inches tall. But it's a lot of cuts. You know, a lot of work for such a small piece, and then it's, can you get your money back? Woodchucker, what's happening? Haha, there you go. Heck yeah. I got little events I go to, and like a couple of them, the same kids always come by and buy stuff. Like I try to do like little cut rounds, and then I'll burn paw prints in them and do little scenes and stuff, and have, you know, less than $10. Bear and a pumpkin, yeah, they'll go quick. I need some logs, so I got logs at the carving yard, but you know I can't really go live there because I don't have any Wi-Fi, and I have no cell service over there. However, I'm trying to get all this little stuff carved up because I got to take this entire tent down. I got to take all this down and move it out back because I got a big box elder tree about 20 feet away, massive, and it is deader than a doornail. And they got to be able to bring in a big bucket truck right here where my tent is in order to bring that thing down safely. So, lots of work for me. Basically, it's over the next couple weeks, just hammer out everything that I can get done in here. Just carve. Hammer out. 17 watching with 17 thumbs up. Cool. Hammer out everything that I can, because then that's less I got to move all the way to the backyard. And then once that tree's done, I'm really on the fence if I'm going to bring it back up here. If I don't bring it up here, then I don't have a spot to carve with you guys, because I don't have any Wi-Fi at my other spot. So a bit of a conundrum there, because I kind of would like to open this up at my place to park cars and all that stuff. This is kind of where we would park. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. So yeah, trying to figure that out. And then my wife says, just clean out the carport and get rid of a bunch of black walnut you got in there and carve in that. Which, that sounds like an undertaking, so I don't know if I want to do that or not. But if I can get Wi-Fi at the other place, I may just have just that place to carve, and I may take this down and leave it down. I don't know. This has been my start, my get-go right here, you know. There's just so much to try and figure out. Well, yeah, it's like a carport. It's got a tin roof over it. It's off to the side there. It's about 14 foot wide, 20 foot deep, but it is full of lumber, black walnut lumber. I probably got several thousand board feet of black walnut all cut up. That's in there for building furniture. And then there's various other hardwoods and sticks for building, and you know, all kinds of stuff, but I don't have another spot to store it. So yeah, the biggest part of the plan is just trying to figure out if this is going to go back here or not. So I got to talk to my buddy that lets me carve at the carving yard, and see if I can get Wi-Fi out there. Figure out what the heck I'm going to do. We're going to see what we can do here. Big girls. Have a good one, Scout. Thanks for stopping by. Pumpkin man. I don't know. I don't know what a sorting hat is. Have a good one, Gary. quick little pumpkin bed. Thanks, Michael. Have a good one, buddy. I'm sure you're probably already gone. I gotta get out of here, though. Wife got home from work a few minutes ago, so gotta figure out the old dinner plans. We'll get more of these. I think we might get more of these done tomorrow. Looks like I got, what, 2 more bears to carve. I gotta do a handful of moose, and might get more of these done. If I can get more of these done, I may see about airbrushing them, just to get the colors decent, you know? We'll see. Appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, though. 20 thumbs up, 22 watching. Numbers are a little low today, but that's all right. If you guys are new here, smash that subscribe button, though. Catch me live. I'll probably go live tomorrow, to be honest. I'll have the full day to carve, so keep an eye out. 10, 11 a.m. Eastern time, something like that. We'll probably be on here. But appreciate y'all. And you guys can also find me on TikTok, Kylehallwoodworker, or Hall Stick Furniture and Signs. And we got a lot of review videos on there, so if you want to do some Christmas shopping, check those videos out and buy some crap, okay? Hope y'all have an awesome rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.